Buying a boring, unsexy business can be the best investment decision you can make. Here's why. 30% of profitable businesses will not sell, and the owner will have to close the doors since they need to retire. Right now, the greatest transfer of wealth in history is going on because the baby boomer generation is retiring, and they need to offload nearly 40% of the current businesses in the United States. In this video, I'm going to go through 4 boring, undesirable businesses that print cash and are up for grabs if you know how to find them. Businesses, like other products, are a function of supply and demand, and the more demand, the higher the price. So why aren't profitable businesses in more demand? Well, some are and others are not. In fact, there's too much demand in certain sectors like SaaS and AI and fintech, which are driving crazy valuations. If this is what you're interested in, that's fine. But I have a much more profitable and affordable focus. Look where there is little demand and high value. It takes a little digging, but it is worth doing. Here are 4 businesses that you should consider buying right now. First is accounting firms. Accounting firms are the definition of boring. Spreadsheets, taxes, jury offices speaks to the fact that accounting is not a highly sought after vocation. The pay is pretty good, but the lifestyle is not desirable at all. Accounting firms are profitable. Here's why. They're recession resistant, they're recurring revenue, and they have low valuation multiples. Industry multiples for accounting firms are between 1 and 1.2x annual revenue. I actually just did another video talking through a deal where I will make $400,000 of profit buying an accounting firm. So check it out right here. Here's an example. An accounting firm can be doing $1 million in revenue and they will be able to sell for $1 to $1.2 million. But for an accounting firm at that size, the average profit margins are between 40 and 55%. So a $1 million accounting firm is making nearly $500,000 in profit per year. So you can buy $500,000 in income for $1 million. That is a 50% return in year 1, which is nuts. Now, if you're commenting right now that you need to have a CPA license to buy an accounting firm, you would be wrong. You do not need a license to purchase and own an accounting firm. If you have a CPA accounting firm, then you need a CPA license to maintain the license of doing business for that firm. Now, most accounting firms do not do audits and mainly focus on bookkeeping and taxes, and these are services where you do not need a license. The typical services that require a license are auditing. So if the firm does not do auditing, then you do not need that CPA license. The number 2 company that I would love to buy is a remediation company. Remediation companies are not just boring, but they're also dirty. You are going into homes and businesses that have experienced some type of serious damage, mold, fire, flood, etc., and you're fixing them. Because of the nature of the work, which are emergencies, remediation companies can charge higher prices and have higher margins than that of other normal construction companies. Also, since the type of damages that remediation companies are covered by, insurance companies are the ones who are paying you. Also, since the types of damages that remediation companies fix are covered by insurance, remediation companies regularly get paid directly from the insurance company. This usually means higher profit margins, but longer accounts receivable cycles. Remediation companies benefit from the concept of riches in the niches. In general, if you buy a business in a niche area of a major industry, the ability to grow revenue and profitability is greatly increased. The 3rd company we're talking about today is pool cleaning companies. Pool cleaning companies can be very profitable and they're also pretty boring. The business model for pool cleaning companies is recurring and is built perfectly for add-on revenue streams like pool equipment maintenance and repairs, and pool cage cleaning, which is a huge thing here in Florida where I live. Like the accounting firm that I mentioned before, pool cleaning companies have a low multiple, roughly 1x the yearly net profit. So a $100,000 pool company is bringing in roughly $100,000 in net profit per year. That means a 1-to-1 ratio in terms of cost to actually the net operating income. Another aspect of pool cleaning companies that make them a great choice is that the market is extremely fragmented. There's usually no one singular pool company in any one area. There's usually dozens of small mom and pop operators who service a smattering of neighborhoods. There's not one big Walmart in this industry that is taking over everyone's pools. This opens the door to tech and process-driven individuals to implement cheap efficiencies to drive revenue and margins up. If you want to look at some current pool routes for sale, check out poolroutesales.com for a good list. Put the description down below. Now, the 4th company I want to talk about today is something that I'm actually investing in right now, and that is ATM routes. ATM routes are one of the simplest business models around and one of the industries that I'm very interested in and currently investing in. What are ATMs? ATM stands for Automated Teller Machines. What they do is they dispense cash and charge a fee for the service of doing so. The fee can be anywhere from $2.50 to $4, and you can find ATMs in almost every service industry. ATM routes can be very lucrative for two reasons. You have a low overhead, almost no employees, and the ability to scale quickly. For instance, when an ATM is placed at a gas station, it normally has a contract with the gas station owner that has a profit sharing component. So the gas station is giving you a place to put your ATM, and in exchange, you're giving them a percentage of the revenue that is brought in by that ATM. Normally in the range of 20% of the fee that is charged. That is typically the cut for the location owner. Most ATM routes are operated by mom and pop business owners who fill the cash up themselves in the machines and repair the machines when they break. By introducing dynamic pricing into the fees that the machines charge, and by outsourcing the cash loading to third-party vendors like Brinks, you can take a hands-on business and make it more profitable and semi-passive. All four of these boring business ideas are extremely lucrative if done right, and there is a huge amount of opportunity in the space regarding these industries. I look at dozens of deals every single week in all these industries all across the country, and there are not enough buyers to actually acquire them. That leaves a huge opportunity to be taken advantage of. Whether you want a side hustle or you want to quit your 9-to-5 and run your business day to day, business acquisition is the fastest way to build generational wealth. If you want to learn how to acquire your first business and want help in sourcing and funding your deal, leave a comment below.